Brain box.
Fun with the police. My friend was delivering pizzas at around 10 PM in his old crappy and a bit suspicious looking car. The roads were empty and he was stopped by police for a general check. He was wearing a baseball cap at the time. After he was asked to step out of the vehicle, the officer wanted to see his eyes better, probably to check the pupils for drugs, and asked him to turn your cap by 360 deg. My friend knew full well what he meant, but complied by turning his cap by 360 degrees, to have it sitting on his head the same as before. The officer was clearly agitated and asked my friend, "What do you think you are doing?" My friend replied, "You asked me to turn my cap by 360 degrees, so I did. I thought it was a coordination test." By this time, the other officer started laughing and said, "Hans, you idiot," to his partner. Hans tried to hide his embarrassment and said nothing. He told my friend that he was free to go. When he walked back to his car, my friend heard the other officer chuckling. Severance pay. I live in the UK, but my dad runs a Europe-wide company we'll call Widget Co**. One thing to know about the company is they hate union hassle, so provide better packages than widget unions typically demand, in order to keep the unions off their backs. Everyone wins, I guess. Dad was telling me a while back about employee protection in France/Belgium/Germany being heavily in favor of protecting the employee. He told me about this one guy, we'll call HANS*, who was pretty mediocre at his job and disruptive. They wanted to fire Hans, but he hadn't committed any real offense, so they knew they were going to have to pay him off. Hans gets fired, severance package is generous and worth about 75,000 euros, and they think that is the end of it. No. Few weeks later the company finds out it is being taken to court for unfair dismissal. So it comes to the court case, and Hans is generally being an asshole in court. However, his case is sound. Widget Co had no real grounds for dismissal, and the judge finds in Hans' favor. However, the law provides guidance on how compensation should be calculated, and judge demands Widget Co instead pays this amount to Hans as his severance package. 45,000 euros. Hans won his case, but judge's compliance with the letter of the law cost him 30,000 euros. Stupid Hans. Shut up, we're in a middle of a game, don't distract us. Okay then. So today at school I saw my friends and classmates playing Brawl Stars together on their phones. I watched them play, but didn't play with them, because I didn't want to get in trouble, and it was really fun watching some of them rage and win and stuff. I then saw the principal and a teacher walking in the hallways. I quickly shouted at my friends to hide their phones, because they can get in trouble, but instead my friends, me, yours truly, F1, friend 1, F2, friend 2, P, principal, T, teacher, me, hey guys the prin F1, shut up we're in a middle of a game don't distract us, F2, yeah get lost, pleb. I then shut up and think of letting them get in trouble instead of helping them. So I walk away and sit in a chair in the classroom, but I still have a clear view of them because the door is open. And then the principal sees them on their phones and she walks up to them. P, grabbing each one of my friends' phones. Aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? She always says thank you when she takes phones away for some reason. T, and your parents have to come pick them up. My friends are in absolute shock and some looked at me were angry looks on their face. My friends hate me now, but at least they got what they deserved. Aunt doesn't like seeing me share pics of guns and Star Wars in Facebook. I solved her problem. This is kind of a long story. TLDR at the bottom. This happened a few years ago, 6 to 7 to be more precise. I had just created my Facebook account, and being a fan of guns and Star Wars, I decided to share some photos of cool looking guns and a few Star Wars pics, clone commandos mostly. My aunt did not like this for some unknown reason, and decided to start dictating to me what I should be posting about, and also kept bothering my dad about it. My dad, not wanting more trouble, just told me to remove them and not post them again. Being a mischievous teen, I ignore their demands and continue to post. Come May 4th, Star Wars Day, and I was watching episode 3rd. When the time comes for the Sith Lord to give the order to eliminate the GD, I decide to post on Facebook as well. It read, "Execute Order 66. Happy Star Wars Day." Half an hour later my dad gets a phone call from my aunt. She is yelling why I'm posting on Facebook about killing someone, and she thinks I'm having someone executed, and she demands that I remove the post because she doesn't understand it and doesn't want to see post like that from me ever again. My dad then asks me what it was about. I respond by saying it's Star Wars Day and explain to him why I posted it. He then tells me that my aunt doesn't want to see posts like that again coming from me. So you know what I did? I blocked her. I was eventually confronted about it, and my dad asked me why I did it. I replied by saying she didn't want to see my posts anymore, so I blocked her. They told me to unblock her, which I did, but I did not add her back as a friend, so she can no longer see my posts.